There are 7 leadership lessons that men can learn from women. Research shows that the prevalence of male senior leaders is not a product of superior leadership talent in men. Rather, large quantitative studies, including meta-analyses, indicate that gender differences in leadership talent are either non-existent, or they favor women. Instead of encouraging women to act like male leaders, we should be asking men in power to adopt some of the more effective leadership behaviors more commonly found in women. This would create a pool of better role models who could pave the way for both competent men and women to advance. Here are some critical leadership lessons that most men can learn from the woman. 1. Don't lean in when you've got nothing to lean in about. There is a trend of telling women to lean into qualities like assertiveness, boldness, or confidence. In men, such qualities can manifest as self-promotion, taking credit for others' achievements, and acting in aggressive ways, since there has never been a strong correlation between leaning in and being good at something. 2. Know your own limitations. We live in a world that celebrates self-belief, but it is far more important to have self-awareness. And often there is a conflict between the two. For instance, awareness of your limitations, flaws and weaknesses, is mismatched with skyrocketing levels of self-belief. And the only reason to be completely lacking of self-doubt and insecurities is delusion. Although women are not as insecure as they are represented to be in the self-help literature, and much of the popular media, studies do show that they are generally less overconfident than men. This is good news because it enables them to understand how people see them and gives them the capacity to spot gaps between where they want to be and where they actually are. People who see themselves in a more critical way than others do are better able to prepare, even if it means over-preparing, and that's a solid way to increase your competence and performance. 3. Motivate through transformation. Academic studies show that women are more likely to lead through inspiration, transforming people's attitudes and beliefs, and aligning people with meaning and purpose, than men are. If men spent more time trying to win people's hearts and souls and nurturing a change in beliefs rather than behaviors, they would be better leaders. 4. Put your people ahead of yourself. It's very hard to turn a group of people into a high-performing team when your main focus is yourself. Imagine a person who is only interested in being a leader because they are chasing a bigger paycheck, the corner office, a more senior title, or any form of status. They will be inherently less interested in making others better. Their only goal is to be more successful themselves. Because men are generally more self-focused than women, if the average male leader wants to improve their performance, they would do well to adopt a less self-centered style of leadership. 5. Don't command, empathize. Throughout history, we have told women that they are too kind and caring to be leaders, but the notion that someone who is not kind and caring can lead effectively is at odds with reality. We are not living in medieval times. 21st century leadership demands that leaders establish an emotional connection with their followers, and that is arguably the only reason to expect leaders to avoid automation. We have humans at work, they will desire the validation, appreciation, and empathy that only humans can provide it, not machines. 6. Focus on elevating others. Female leaders have been proven to be more likely to coach, mentor, and develop their direct reports than male leaders. They are true talent agents, using feedback and direction to help people grow. This means being less transactional and more strategic in their relationship with employees, and it also includes the openness to hiring people who are better than themselves, because their egos are less likely to stand in the way. This enables them to unlock other people's potential and promote effective cooperation on their teams. While we gravitate towards leaders who are self-focused and self-centered, the likelihood that such individuals can turn a group of people into a high-performing team is low. 7. Don't say you're humbled, be humble. We have been asking for humble leaders for years, but we keep gravitating toward ones who are overconfident and selfish. There are well-established gender differences in humility, and they favor women. Not all women are humble, of course, but selecting leaders on humility would result in more female than male leaders. Without humility, it will be very hard for anyone in charge to acknowledge their mistakes, learn from experience, and be willing to change and get better. Perhaps the issue is not that men are unwilling or unable to display it, but that we dismiss them for leadership roles when they do. This must change, for humility is a critical driver of leadership effectiveness in both men and women.